That doesn't matter. The thing that matters here in IELTS exam is either it is correct or incorrect. And correct means that it is exact, the right way of speaking, the right way of writing anything like that, whatever that would be given to you in writing. So either you're conveying it in a proper way, in a professional and an accurate and right style, or you're just yeah, something when we sometimes we observe the students in speaking. Recently one of my 8+ point student, the highest like weak students mostly we do face in the same scenario, but for speaking 8+point student, once I just recently faced a week ago, she appeared in the real exam, and then she was also of the opinion to only speak and speaking section, to only speak. Now sometimes it might be a misconception to a person, that a person would think, or a candidate would think, that in IELTS speaking or in IELTS writing, I'm supposed to just only to show my a kind of like a vast vocabulary in writing, and to just impress examiner, like how my like I know a beautiful, and it's outstanding splendid vocabulary, and I'm having some prestigious words in my mind, right? And this is not going to impress examiner. In speaking section, if you think like I'm supposed to only speak until and unless examiner stops me, I should only speak whatever I do. No, and speaking and in writing, it means specific, to the point. What the question is from asked from you, it means your answer should be limited to that. But how you are conveying, how you are saying, how you are writing, how you are conveying your idea, that matters a lot, right? So overall in IELTS exam, either that is listening, reading, or writing, speaking, the thing is that the matter that matter is your English test. Uh, is your English test, right? Yeah. Is your English test, right? So at here your English is going to be observed. Now in writing and speaking, how you're conveying ideas, and in reading and listening on the dorsal side, how you're picking the points, how you're getting the ideas, right? So either you are able to get the points, either you are able to be very familiar with the listening, right? Now in simple words, if we talk about IELTS in a in some simple words, that what IELTS stands for, English Language Testing System. On the behalf of this testing system acronym, if you look at the listening and reading section, here only the capability is going to be observed. Either you're getting it or not. And in writing and speaking, either you're able to write or not, and to convey your message or not. Simple. That is very, very simple. Like in reading, students say that it is very challenging. We are unable to get 6+ even. We can't find the answer for the question of the question in our passage. Why? The reading is very, very interesting in a sense, like each single question answer is there in the passage. Now answer is just it is a kind of game. It is a kind of puzzle, that your answers for the each of the single question, that is located there, that is included there in the passage. You're going through the passage. Now you're reading the question, and the question answers were there in the passage. So you already read the passage, the answers. Now if you think like I should go and I should read again from start, from beginning to the end, and then I should find out, sort out the answer. So and you face like a problem, and you face a music, that why I'm unable to get answer, to pick the answer. Actually that moment you are in anxious mode. You are sometimes in a distracted thoughts, those thoughts that distract your mind from understanding, those thoughts that distract your point of view, and thoughts and feelings and expression from concentration. And when you don't concentrate in listening and in reading, when you don't give 100% attention to that, and when you don't try to understand it 100%, that would create a problem for you in reading and in listening. This is a kind of like very simple discussion. Right now we haven't discussed the like what would be in reading and listening, what would be there in writing and speaking, how to go through that in reading and in listening. If you don't try to have 100% to engulf what you are reading, like what from beginning to end, a single word and each single sentence, if you'd understand that, definitely you would know the answer. Definitely whatever the question you are facing, you directly see, sir, the answer was here, and the answer was in paragraph number 2, line number 7, line number 3, right? it would directly come to your mind if you go in a very proper sequence of understanding of reading. Otherwise, if you are reading one paragraph and moving to second paragraph, but you forgot what I read in first paragraph, you even forgot what I read in first line, you even forgot the first word. Now this is actually your thoughts. Human is a slave of thoughts. There is a book written by Rhonda Byrne, The Secret. She is American Christian writer. The Secret. Now, and this book, The Secret of Love, The Secret of Money, The Secret of Achievement, The Secret of Goal, The Secret of anything, The Secret of anything, and simple word, the summary of that book is thoughts. Human is a slave of thoughts, right? And even being Muslims, Allah says in the Quran, how you expect from me, I reward the same. So whatever you think so far and how you expect, that would happen, right? Now, if you are reading the passage and within the passage you are not involved this much that you even forget the first paragraph while moving to second paragraph, so how can you expect from yourself that answers of question would be automatically come to your point of view and mind and brain and eyes? You would be automatically focused that as reading question number one, answer is first paragraph, question number two, answer is in the second paragraph. No, how it can be possible? If you don't understand the question, if you don't understand the reading passages, you are only in the anxious mode and then the tension, so that is going to be very difficult, right? So this was like a kind of extra information, extra discussion, but overall reading and listening demands, these two modules, reading and listening, demands, request, suppose you to have a very, very outstanding concentration for that, very outstanding, understanding of that, 100% attention, focus, concentration. Now you're listening the lecture right now, and each single word might be engulfing, and it might be is going to be fixed in your mind, to be fit in your mind. You're getting that. Why? Because you're listening here in a very good attention that we are discussing something important, right? So same goes for reading and listening. When you do listen, that here, from Cambridge book and the mock exams and the practice test are in the real exam, that does not, yeah, it matters in a sense like like you must be aware of the format. In listening there are four sections, in reading there are three passages, in writing there are two sections, in speaking there are three sections. These things we would discuss that in details. Hundreds, 200 plus lectures of mine are available on YouTube and some other sources you can find out. Within a week we do upload some of the mock tests and some other things, right? Like the lectures sometime online, physical. Now you can have hundreds of sources or different sources, but right now the very most important thing at here is to, like, if you want the best score, 7 plus band, easily achieving, right? So 50 days, 40 to 50 days should be your target. And in this target, even if I claim, if you, even if you are 100% outstanding English speaker and good writer and good listener and good reader, you cannot get 7 plus overall in each single module until and unless you have consistency in your timetable. Because I have faced personally the students, my own students, those who were selected from the whole Pakistan at world, at international level, and they were unable to get 7 plus in all of the modules. In some module they got 8.5 and 9, but in others they got 6.5, like reading. And the reason was, I asked them why. You're supposed to tell me. And the reason, the only single reply, sir, actually we did not study reading. We actually, so why actually you did not study? Your level is this much good that you, without study, you can get 8.5, but in 6.5, here is the problem that you did not study, right? So it demands you reading and listening overall as format. This is from the very first day, that the thing you have to keep it in mind, that you're supposed to study for 2 hours plus. That means 7 months, right? And that is also for average student. Average students means the one who is having little bit familiarity with reading, and the one who can get, first of all, within the very first test, 24, 22, 23 out of 40 MCQs. Like in listening section you are having 40 MCQs, in reading you are having 40 MCQs. Now in those 40, if you can have correct options of 20 plus, so your level is average, right? Your level is above half. Now You must do practice of 2 hours on overall all the modules, and within two modules, I totally never cooperate and do not cooperate. Like I have no compromise within reading section and speaking section of having a gap. Like for writing, if today you wrote something, tomorrow if you did not, no problem. But and same for listening. If you today you listen something, listen a mock test, or listen kind of like any other TED talk, etc. But tomorrow you may not, because of busy schedule or something else. That's fine. We do cooperate. But for reading and speaking, I can never cooperate a single day gap. That is virus, right? So overall for us, when you go through the practice time period right now, from the very first day till the last day of your appearance in IELTS real exam, this module doesn't cooperate with you, right? This module wants you to challenge you. This module reading, and this module wants you to challenge you in a sense of lacking of your fluency. Even if you are a native speaker or whatever you are, lacking of fluency is not, doesn't mean like, yeah, you might be lacking only words or lacking only idea. That might be talking irrelevant. Do not, like, a person might not be talking to the point, to the question, right? That is also a skill and plus point. Okay. And also and as listening, you are having total 4 sections. Each section contains 10 MCQs. Total are 40, right? Within those 40 you would be having and as listening, as you know, the day 40 MCQs means 40 score. Out of 40, if you get 30, that means 7 band. And out of 40, if you get 35, that means 7.5. No, sorry, 8 band, right, for listening. Now, this is the criteria. So you must understand the calculation of as overall for writing, reading, speaking, listening, and you must count your level. You must, not wait for your trainer or for someone else, that the person is going to make me 100% prepare, and this person is, I'm believing this person is going to give me 100% of his level, and I would then get 9 plus band. Today, two students were joining from Saudi Arabia, and I took a class with them, and I asked at the end, how many bands you require and how many bands is your desire. They say, one said, sir, I want 9 plus. Now 9 is total, 9 plus, right? So the thing is here is that like it was not a scene like you're going to give it in a plate that here is 9 plus, take it, right? So here you're supposed to have a very, very nice practice and to be very serious, like you have given a time. So for listening, reading, writing, speaking, make yourself proud. You can do it, because either this is Sabah, Anila, Ikra Safdar, right? You people can do it. You can be, you can do the very best, right? Even very weak student I have seen in my personal life and observation and experience, those who are unable to get 2.5 plus 3 in mock exams, but they got 6.57, right? The very outstanding and unbelievable score for them, and I really appreciate. But but their achievement was only having one thing in common. Uh, that was consistency and continuous struggle. Recently, one of the student, she got 7, but her reading and her reading was having weak point in heading findings, and then she coded it. And I asked, how you code? Yeah, she said that only by doing practice. So whenever we ask, at the end, the review from students, those who get good score, they only say single thing, simple word, one word, sir, continuous practice, right? Consistency and having a kind of like a daily practice, right? So all of you are also requested to have daily practice of as reading, as listening, writing, speaking. uh, but these two, reading and speaking, no compromise, right? If you want the best score, outstanding, 9 plus, sorry, 8 plus, not 9 plus, 8.5, 7.5, like this, the best score, then you must do daily practice for 30 days. Okay. Now you would be having more opportunities, not only for one country, for all other states as well. And IELTS is having one more plus point, that when you prepare for IELTS exam, for PTE, for OET, for Duolingo, for language cert, for Oxford, for this life skill, for spouse visa, for work visa, for PR, for all other TEFL, TESOL, those are going to be easy for you. You'll be easily able to prepare them for by yourself, even, right? Like you would be able to get the very best in outstanding score in some other test of English ability if you would prepare as, right? If you would prepare a little bit with seriousness the IELTS exam, if you would be having good familiarity and good command on IELTS exam, you'd be able to get the very best score in some other modules, some other test, right? So therefore, take it very serious, and take it a kind of like a great achievement. Make me proud, make yourself proud, right? So I proud on you at international level, wherever you are from. My single student is very 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 important for me, each single student, and your each single second is also very very important for me. If you do daily practice, I do appreciate, even I pray from my heart from my heart for you, right? And if you don't do daily practice, if you don't show your dedication, then it sometimes also sounds to me like you're not interested in that. You want only to just spoil to just waste your time. So anyhow, in else listening, the best, and in reading, the best sources, and the best only single source, that is IELTS Cambridge practice books, the best, only the best, right? From 11 to 18 must be overall covered, but if you are having time more than 30-40 days, like 50 and 2 months even, sometimes students would be having in their mind that I'm having to, then it doesn't mean that only you should go for this. It should mean, and it means that you should not waste your time. You should cover from 7 books, 7 to 18, to get easily without any risk 8.5, right? The best 7 easily, right? So this must be your target then. Even if you need 7 band, your target should be then this much. If you need whatever is your requirement and whatever is your desire, keep more than that. If the requirement is 6, keep 6, 7.5, then you can easily get 7 or 6 or 6.5, like easily. That would be very very easy if you would keep the higher target. Now in listening section, you are having 4 section, and listening module 4 sections, and within those 4 sections, as you know, that in section number 1, when you would hear a kind of headphones like this. Now in that headphones, in section number 1, you would listen telephonic conversation within between two people, hello, hi, how are you, and this kind of any society discussion, right? And you would just pick the uh, missing information from that audio, and you just write it down on the in the computer, or and on the piece of paper. Either you go for a computer based exam, paper based exam, both are similar. Now and recording number 2, you would be having one person, he would discuss something about society. In recording number 3, you would be having 2, 3 or 4 participants, they would discuss something about education, right? Any course related, any scientific research related, any education topic they would discuss so far, within each other, right? And regarding number 4, then you would be again having a monologue, right? And monologue means one person, and that one person who discuss something about again education, right? So in IELTS listening overall, you are having 4 sections. 4 section contains 40 MCQs. 40 MCQs means if you get 30 correct, 7 band, 35 7.5, 8, and 36 37, that means rather 36 also 8, 37 38, 39, 38 till 38, that means 8.5, and 39 means 9 band, right? So this counting, the way how to count the score must be in your thoughts, minds, knowledge, right? And it must be in your information. Overall, in IELTS exam, the best scoring module is speaking, then listening. These two are the scoring one. Writing and reading are also scoring one, but they are little bit challenging. They need little bit, having better command to be on them on reading and writing as well. Now, if we talk about IELTS reading section, in IELTS reading module, you are having 3 passages, where in 3 passages you will be having a different sort of question, like true, false, yes, no, not given, and within those different sort of questions. Uh, all the questions are easy, all the questions are also challengeable, because sometimes you may not get a single kind of question, the other student would not be able to get another kind of question. Some students would be unable to get true false, some other would be unable to get fill in the blank, some other would be unable to get heading finding, some other would be unable to get sentence completion, some other. Now it depends on the personal approach, like how you are going to approach to the single questions, right? Each single question. Now anyhow, in answer reading, when you do face these reading, the best way in you must understand actually how to read, by the way, right? First you must read the title. After reading the title, you should go to the question section. In each single question, you must make it down that what this question is asking from me, and I'm supposed to just pick this information within the passage for this very question, right? This is a kind of like making notes in the question and answer reading. And then you are having answer writing. Within writing, you are having two sections, two tasks. Task one means letter writing for all general students, and task one means academic, this description of chart for all academic students. But task two in answer writing, that is similar, and that is essay writing, the most important part. And where in essay, if you know and understand the professional structure and professional way of writing, how to convey in a professional style, then you can get very best score for that. You can write on any of the single topic that might be unaware of that. You might be not having any information or knowledge about any single topic. You'd be able to write on that, right? In writing. Now in speaking, you are having three total sections in all speaking. The section number one means your introduction. Who are you? What do you do? What is your what are your likes, what are your dislikes, preference, and the things you don't prefer, and 24-hour schedule, timetable. Your personality would be the target to be known by an examiner, right? Examiner will be having 100% interest to know your level, to know about yourself, to know about your personality, to know about your life, to know about your schedule, to know about your timetable, to know about your activities, to know about your all those works, tasks, jobs, schedule since morning till evening, since evening till morning, whatever you do. So for day and night, those topics related questions, those topics, those actions related questions would be there, right? Like whatever you do so far within 24 hours, within introduction part, right? All the questions must be answered very shortly, very briefly, like 3 to 4 sentences enough, 3 to 4 5 sentences enough, maximum 4 5 maximum. Because what do you like, what you don't like? Do you like red color? What is your favorite color? Do you like to wear watch? Do you like to walk in the morning? Do you like to walk in the morning? Like, do you like music? No, simple. Like, don't like, just simple, right? Don't go why I not and why I don't, and then and my father and my friend and my sibling and that. No, those all are irrelevant, right? We would talk now in section number two, that is called Q card, and I'll speaking exam, where a card will be given to you. A single statement question will be there written, and you're supposed to prepare that in a minute. And after a minute, you're supposed to talk on that topic for 2 minutes, right? Minimum 1 minute, average, and more than 1 minute. After a minute, examiner can stop you and ask you to stop anywhere, right? So in that exam, examiner really don't like. Recently one examiner was making my clip. I was taking mock test from one of the student, and he and on the spot he presented, he stated the comment that we don't like and we never appreciate this word so and pass. So you therefore you must be, must try to avoid the word so. You must try to avoid the word pass, like so I was there, so I enjoyed. So that was really amazing moment. So we got there, so we just we were astonished. So now, so you should delete the word so from your speaking. You should delete the word so from your writing section. Next is your you are having this and so but, and so but, and then, and so but then, delete that. Eliminate these four words from your speaking. Along with these four, try to also eliminate this the pauses, like you do examiner never appreciate, examiner never like the one who have a pause at the beginning, especially when examiner asks you any question and you're silent, and then for a moment, for a while you're silent, and then you directly start. Examiner appreciate the student who start directly after the question, completion of a question up from examiner side. When examiner is done with your question, his question, like for instance, examiner is asking you, uh, let's suppose examiner asks you, describe, do you often go for celebrating the festivals in your country? Do you often go for celebrating the festival in your country? And now you think it is. Well, sir, I think yes, and I do go. Now, you should not, no, and do not do a kind of action, you should directly speak, right? Whatever you do so far, to be honest, if I share my opinion, my perception, or my my schedule, or my feelings, or my expression, I do like to go to have such kind of celebration. I do appreciate, and I do get a pleasure, a kind of. Now, examiner appreciate quick response. If you stop and then talk, that is not fine. For a second, it is fine, but for more than second and more than moment, moment means moment means the time period between 2 seconds. The time period between 2 seconds, that is very very short time. Now for a moment, if you stop and directly start the answer, that is fine. But for more than a moment and you're thinking like about your answer, what to say, how to say, what should be shared. Well, sir, so delete your well also, well from your answers, right? Most of the time when we ask students the question, they directly all the question, for all the question they say, well, sir, well, and because of using well this much a lot, they make all the questions worse. Not well, the questions, the answer even seem worse because of using well for more than access, more than requirement. So this things you are supposed to be very careful. Next, in our speaking cue card, we would then discuss in details anyhow. But few other things you must be very careful, and like few things you should avoid, and so far the very important thing in speaking is your fluency, and it would only possibly come in your on your tongue, the fluency. Now when you have a kind of practice, when you speak on daily basis on any of the speaking topic, on any of the topic, society topic, social topic, social context, whatever the topic, but you must speak with someone on daily basis, with someone, with your colleague or anyone, right? And you must be having thoughts in English, whatever you are thinking so far about your schedule, etc. You must be thinking about that in your English language, right? Next, you are having part 3 discussion in all speaking. So within part 3, the question would be asked from your, that would be based totally on your opinion, but the question, those which would be asked in part 3, that would be, asking and require the example of society, require the example of people. And here therefore you must talk about people, here therefore you must talk about society, here you must talk about public, country, state, public, this the people, the society. Simple is that. You should not discuss personal pronoun I, first person pronoun I, like who am I. In part 1 and part 2, examiner is interested in part 1, and part 2, who are you. But in part 3, he is interested in what about society, what about society, right? So you must talk also about what about society, what do you think about society. So this is overall IELTS discussion, overall, like how to do and what to do, how to get the best score. I can provide you the best source in a sense, like from where you should do practice, and I can guide you and train you regarding each of your single query and question. But the thing that matters a lot and 100% and unlimited time, that is your daily practice, right? Especially on reading section, especially on listening section, you must be having a kind of practice, right? For up till now, until now, if you are having any query, you can ask.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I'm listening.
Um, I don't have. I mean, I am practice with speaking. You know. So how can I practice?
In your group in which I added you before the class, a minute before, there you are having very outstanding some other colleagues. You must sort out, like I would mention one of the student, but she is busy. She's having some troubles, some busy schedule. So some other students in my point in my side right now, those who can do a kind of practice and those who are preparing actually for IELTS right now. Otherwise, there are many who has cleared the IELTS exam, but I would recommend those who are now preparing. So Sabah is also good. She is my physical student as well here in institute. Sabah Israr, and if you can sort out time, she is also here right now in the class. So behind Sabah, beside Sabah, I would let me also search in the that list of you people group of female, so I can recommend any of the good student to you, good in speaking, right? You can have a
Okay.
practice. And definitely I would recommend essays of Fatma Kushalia, right? So for each single student, you must go through the essay of Fatma Kushalia. She is my best student and the best also in achieving the highest bands, 8 bands, and her essays were very good. Her essays were very impressive, and like overall, she was the best. So you can go through the IELTS essays of Fatma Kushali. I would share with those students who are not having that. Again, I would share in your group. So just learn something from that, like how to start, how to close. Then we will discuss so far, but you can learn a lot of things, a lot of creativity, ideas from there. Okay? Yes. Any single query?